And there, as you guys saw it, pretty decent build to run, good with mobility and damage. And before I dive any further, we'll be just showcasing about a 10-second damage test here, so you guys can see the damage or the build do have a decent punch to it. So we go and use the skills for about 10 seconds. Hopefully I'm standing on the right spot, hitting the dummy, and we'll go for 10 seconds, and there we go. You guys can see about 50 million damage in 10 seconds, so pretty decent. We have a good mobility too, not the fastest mobility where we will be moving at 70% movement speed, but rather 50% movement speed at all times. You guys can see, really easy to keep up with this mobility or the movement speed, and it is 50% for me. And if the teammates will hit by your lightning nova, they will also get this movement speed. There we go, we can go check it out. 50% movement speed at all times. It is also important to note that we will have to use 2 runes here that gives us the movement speed to have that 50%, but that is the case with having 70% movement speed as well. Now I will be diving straight into the builds themselves, keeping the video short to the point. We are using Magic Missile, Lightning Nova, Slow Time, Disintegrate, and Meteor for bosses. Other than that, you don't need to use your Meteor unless you are fighting elite packs and the bosses. Now let's go dive into some important bits. We will, as always, need family bonuses, which will include duration of beneficial effects increase, skill damage. I would recommend having that, and after that, critical hit damage. Those will be the top picks from me. You can also go add the attack speed and primary if you like that, and use the 2 different loadouts for PvP and PvE. Now that is out of the way. For the set pieces, what I am using is 4 pieces of Ritters to extend beneficial duration and have more attack speed for the bosses, really help. And then 4 pieces of Banquet of Ice to increase 15% damage versus monsters under the effect of poison or any other gem that also apply a harmful effect, and then having increased critical hit chance as I hit them and keep moving. Now for the essences, this is what I am using. The new headpiece, that is for the slow time, it will shock enemies around us really good. And the new chest for the lightning nova. Lightning nova now calls a lightning orb to orbit you, dealing lightning damage to enemies it hit. Lightning damage increased by 18%. This is one of the highest damage dealing skill inside of the game for a wizard. And then we are using a new shoulder for disintegrate. Disintegrate now surround you with an entropy field that follow you, damaging and making nearby enemies vulnerable to critical hit. This will also give us some critical hit chance up to 10%. And the new legs for disintegrate. When disintegrate hit a shocked enemy, it unleashes a chain lightning, dealing 12,000 damage to the target, and 2 nearby enemies. Cannot occur more often than once every 1 second. I have tested some other legs here as well and found out this is pretty powerful and give us really consistent damage result. That is why I picked and using this. And that we are using Thunderbird. The reason for this is because it also adds 10% cooldown reduction, which is needed. So that is what we are using, increasing the lightning nova damage and getting 10% cooldown reduction. And then we are increasing the attack speed of our primary when we use the lightning nova. As for the offhand, the first one is the new for lightning nova. When lightning nova hits a shocked enemy, it unleashes another lightning nova. Cannot occur more often than once every 4.5 seconds. This is basically giving us 1 free lightning nova at all times. And for the movement speed at the end, we are using Soaring Scree. It gives us and the allies movement speed 30%, and we can have 100% uptime on this thanks to having more beneficial duration, and once we will hit enemies with the Lightning Nova, this buff just keep on resetting. That is how we also have 100% uptime on this. And now for the Paragon Tree, we have two options here. If you like to move a bit faster, this is what I would recommend. Increasing your character size, that is going to help you move a bit faster. Or if you need damage, this is what we can go with, and you will have more damage. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this build. I am signing off. See you all in the next one. Later, guys.
Masterfully executed.